Hey guys, okay, so I've been wanting to do this for a while where I go through each of the Barbie movies, and the very first one is Barbie in the Nutcracker, which is a 2001 film. It's the very first one. That was the year I was born, so I was just predisposed to loving Barbie, you know? I actually wrote this piece that is on ScratchThat, which is a part of our uni magazine, and it got published. So it was part of the newsletter I was writing, which was this Devour piece, and I got to write all about Barbie starring in her first movie, which was a lot of fun. And I did say at the end that my ultimate goal was to basically review them all of the Barbie films from the newest to the oldest on my YouTube channel and talk about like their literary merit and the quality of the writing and the story, and also just the cinematic like experience of it and just how good it is. In writing, you're so encouraged to find out what you like, and then you have to ask yourself like why you like it and understand that and critique it. And I really want to find out why I am so in love with Barbie and figure out sort of the connections and the characters and how they grow and change throughout the BCU Barbie cinematic universe, because every fan has their own theories and I want to put together my own, and I think this will just be really fun. I started because I've been wanting to do this for ages, for literally forever, and my little sister and I even started watching the Barbie movies at one point, and due to technical difficulties and awkward-see difficulties. Okay. I chose this one because it looked like the dude. He has more red, but like it's kind of close. There were other weird ones, like green ones.
I like him.
It does. It totally does. Definitely does. Yeah, I chose the one that looked the most like him.
Did you forget what color he was?
No, I googled it.
Oh, we're gonna have to sit through a long ass intro, aren't we?
It's one of the old ones, you know?
So yeah.
It just none of the footage is really all that usable, but it was a lot of fun, and hopefully I can get her back on here, especially for hopefully by the time I get to Mermaidia, she's going to be back from her world travels and everything like that, and then even Max might even be interested. He did say he was prepared to watch one, and we'll have to figure out which one we subject him to. But yeah, so it's been really fun. So there's, now that the new Margot Robbie Barbie is out on Netflix, I really want to get into this a bit more. And also, so this first one features music based on Tchaikovsky's 1892 ballet and begins with Barbie and Kelly practicing for their ballet recital, which is a huge part of like, they're either, the Barbie movies are either musicals in the beginning or they're ballet movies. And I don't even know if there's a correct like term for that, like musicals, you know, they're just ballet films, and it perpetuates this like little girls want to be ballerinas, princesses, singers, pop stars, fairies, mermaids. And I definitely remember when I was a kid, like that was the big thing, everyone wanted to be a ballerina. And I remember going to the classes and I ended up coming home and I was like, Mum, I'm done, because if they wanted our feet curled like this the whole time, they should just glue them like that. And my mom was like, okay, I don't want you saying this to everyone. So yeah, that was the end of my ballerina days. But yeah, let's get into this a bit more. Okay, so this is take two after some technical difficulties.
I worked on that sale a good half hour, you cheeky blighter!
Who remembers those old CD players, the huge one? I had one exactly like that.
Keep practicing, you will.
So this is Barbie starring in her first movie. So Barbie's starring her, and then they go into the story where she's Clara, and then Clara goes into a dream. Genius. Genius.
In front of everybody. You've just got to find the courage to try.
Yeah. So hers
Like
is that
Clara.
she needs to just
Clara?
try her best.
From the ballet?
Uh-huh. You see, Clara lost her parents when she was very young. She and her little brother Tommy were being raised by their grandfather Drosselmeyer.
That does give you a lot of empathy for the character, that you know that her parents have passed away, sort of thing.
Very young. She and
But that's also such a classic thing of like, oh, like why are they being allowed to go on this huge big adventure? Oh, because they don't have parents to tell them that that's a silly idea.
he loved them, but he was very stern.
This is another building that I'm like, does this appear throughout the movie or throughout other films?
We need more candles.
It's beautiful, miss. Mother gave this to me. The Christmas I saw my first ballet.
Foreshadowing. Love it. Love to see. This is one of my favourite characters throughout this whole thing. Just watch. She's excellent. Excellent.
Clara,
Aunt Drosselmeyer.
you're at least a head taller
I thought you weren't coming this year.
and miss a chance to visit you and vex my uncle.
You're already conspiring against me.
Don't worry, I'll wait until your party's over before I perform any mischief.
Where did you go this time? I want to hear all about it.
Well, let's see. I met an emperor, I sailed on a junk, I had my first rickshaw ride, and I hiked the Great Wall of China.
I'd appreciate it, Elizabeth, if you'd stop filling Clara's head with your stories. Just because you go traipsing all over the globe rather than stay put like a sensible person.
There's a world full of wonders out there, Uncle, and Clara deserves to experience them.
I love this because it perfectly states exactly what the main character's journey is going to be throughout this. A lot of shows and movies and things like this do this, where you have a secondary character tell the main protagonist just directly what your growth and journey and path is and where you're going to end up at the end of this. And that's exactly what this is right now. It's Aunt Drosselmeyer telling her what it is she needs to do and like accomplish throughout these 2 hours or whatever. So yeah, and I love her. She's exactly who I would love to be. Like just this auntie who is traveling everywhere and has done so much and seen so much, and she's just, I love her. She's brilliant.
Your guests are waiting. Some people never change, but we can always hope.
I'm pretty
Guard,
sure
get a
that
Bengal
is,
Lancer.
yeah, it's 100%. You can't see it so clearly here, but it's 100% Captain Candy and Major Min. But I always say Captain Candy like that just because that's how like Major Min says it.
Captain Candy!
He's wonderful. Thank you, Aunt Elizabeth.
He sure is ugly.
Tommy.
On the outside, maybe, but inside beats the heart of a prince.
It's time to wake her.
And spoil a beautiful dream. No, let her sleep. Clara's not a child anymore. She deserves the chance to follow her dreams.
A young girl needs to be responsible and practical.
Clara is responsible. You've raised her well, Uncle. It's time you trusted her to grow up and make her own choices.
I love this. I love it features that clock as well. And you see that clock in a lot of the earlier shots as well. It's so weirdly spooky, this one, to be honest with you.
insolent mice!
Insolent mice.
Get away from there. Shoot, shoot.
Back off!
It also did set up the mice as well when they're talking about like, oh, the mice have gotten into the Christmas the Christmas gingerbread house again. Like, it does have these little setups, which are really good.
Traitors!
Must be dreaming.
She's not silly. She comes up with like intelligent things to say. Like that's a fair point.
It's time I turned you into something more useful. Like kindling.
Not in my house.
Meddling human, towering tall. Let my scepter shrink you small.
Look out!
She does have this good idea, like I should just drop a pot on him sort of thing. She doesn't end up dropping the pot onto him then, even when she drops it just then. But she's not silly.
Not so fearless now.
And it brings this idea of like you can be shrunk. You can be mental.
Can you make it up to the mantle?
There is no way. He's staying down here.
You're not going to get away from me this time. Unless you'd like to feed the fire.
Hey, up here.
This is a great moment from Clara because that shows that she has her agency as a character and does like think about things. So
Come on.
Uh-oh.
Thank you for saving my life. And for your superior nursing skills.
You're welcome. This has to
it
be a
is
dream.
arms fixed.
I'm afraid it... Well, are you coming?
Me? With you? In there? I don't think so.
Surely you don't want to spend the rest of your life the size of a mouse.
This is good too because it asks her the question of like, does she want to come on this adventure? And she does have to choose to do it.
But how would I get back?
Once you've found the Sugar Plum Princess, open the locket and you will return home your normal size.
But... Here, let me give you a hand. A firefly?
No, a snow fairy.
Now, is that Kelly?
Here. We'll fix this right up.
This again shows Barbie's sort of like kindness, which is the huge thing about her that everyone loves, and that Barbie just completely embodies this like kindness and this, which goes into her likability. I love this. And there's no lyrical music, it is just this ballerina movie. And they're all dancing around her, which is just just to show how magical she is.
Oh no,
Even the fairies should know. That's how you know it's good.
I guess that was their thank you.
where'd they go?
Probably off to make a blizzard somewhere.
I love that. Probably off to make a blizzard somewhere. This is also cool. Like, she has flowers blooming in her footprints, and I also love how at the start here she says she can't dance.
Welcome to Parthenia.
It's so beautiful. The snow isn't even cold. The trees smell like peppermint, and I've never seen a sky so blue.
Soon it'll all be a memory if the Mouse King has his way.
I love that. I think so many books have it, and I think I've even stolen it in my children's book. Like, you have these characters who are like, wow, it's so beautiful, and then they're like, yeah, well, it's all going to be destroyed if this happens.
Well, what news do you
I forgot this was the sidekick for this film.
bring?
I wish I could remember, but I'm so hungry. I feel weak. No, faint.
Girlfriends everywhere.
You insolent little bat! I should turn you into a ceiling fan!
That would be a shame. Then I couldn't tell you the juicy bits of gossip I overheard.
Love it.
Thank you very much, Your Most Royal Majesty. May I say you're looking specially regal this evening, sire? Right. Well, for starters, Nutcracker's back.
What? Here?
And he's got some girl with him. Don't know where she came from.
I do.
Now, here comes the good
I'm
part.
rubbing this
They're
butt with
looking
a
for
slipper hidden.
sugar plum princess who can supposedly defeat him.
Yeah.
According to the
Facial
Nutcracker.
expressions.
Sugar plum princess. I've never heard of a sugar plum princess. Bring me the royal registry. And bring me the Nutcracker.
It's all right. They're just children. With very good aim.
He's not gonna lie, kind of hot as a
Wait.
Nutcracker.
We found this. Is she yours?
Patty!
Patty? Love this kid's outfit. I want it. Look at it. So cool.
What happened here?
We went out with Marzipan to gather candleberries. We came back, and everything, and everyone were gone. It was the Mouse King's army. This is all Prince Eric's fault.
Who's Prince?
I love this. Like, first of all, you've got the doll named Patty for some reason, but then the horse named Marzipan, and then they're going out to get candleberries. Anyway, and then this also sets up how everyone feels about Prince Eric.
It's Eric.
The son of the king who ruled before the mouse took over.
Yeah, but he wasn't much of a prince.
The king left his throne and the golden scepter to his royal advisor,
The mouse.
until the prince could prove himself worthy.
Let me guess. The mouse decided he liked being king. But what happened to Prince Eric?
Don't care. We're better off without him.
Oof.
It's dangerous here. We'll travel together until we can find you a safe home. Everyone all right?
I'm not really sure.
Well, what have we here?
A wooden spy? Some new kind of mouse king trap?
Kidnappers as well.
No, they helped us.
If you have nothing to hide, you won't mind answering a few questions.
Come, children. Masher will take care of you. Let's start with who you are and what you're doing here.
Love him so much.
This is Clara. We're both victims of the Mouse King's magic.
They're trying to find the only one who can defeat him, the Sugar Plum Princess.
The Sugar Plum Princess?
Well, I've never heard such a ridiculous story.
It's the truth. Told to me by Prince Eric himself.
Huh? Prince Eric? He's the reason we're in this mess. If it weren't for that reckless boy, the Mouse King wouldn't be turning everyone into knickknacks.
You make the prince sound pretty awful.
Awful? But that's a compliment. He was useless, lazy, and irresponsible.
Major Mint, you're forgetting that Prince Eric was my friend.
Captain Candy, you're...
It's so good. This is the first time we're seeing them and we can see all the different dynamics at play, and we also get this like, oh, Prince Eric horrible.
forgetting that I am your superior. I don't have time to search for some sugar pie. Very well. We'll all go looking for the sugar plum princess. And I'll be in charge of the expedition.
Of course.
Do you know what became of Prince Eric?
The Mouse King destroyed him.
I feel so sorry for him.
So, you're telling me that the Nutcracker, a wooden utensil, managed to escape a well-armed fighting squadron, unharmed. And instead of fleeing into the hills, you chose to return to me and report your incompetence.
Full up, your lordliness.
Lawn ornaments?
Too much ornament, not enough lawn.
Paperweights?
Covered.
What does one create for the palace that has everything?
How about bookends, since there's two of them?
Wonderful idea, Pim. I do believe I'm starting to rub off on you. Since other tasks posed a challenge to thee, you shall be bookends for eternity. Here it is, the Sugar Plum Princess. Kind, clever, and brave. That's it.
What about Marzipan?
I'm sure she'll be fine. And you'll be staying here with Masha until we get back. Okay?
Okay.
Good night.
Night, Clara.
Again, Barbie is shown as being like so nice and caring and compassionate. Strong, brave.
Can't sleep?
This is one of my favorite scenes.
I'm a nutcracker. Sleep seems kind of pointless.
You're more than a nutcracker. Prince Eric. Why haven't you told anyone?
I didn't want to be the prince when I had the chance. Now I don't deserve to be.
That's not true. You're risking your life to save your kingdom. Isn't that what princes do?
But my subjects think less of me than they do the Mouse King. My only hope is to find the Sugar Plum Princess, so she can help me restore my people's happiness. I owe them that.
This really shows how smart Clara / Barbie is for figuring out that he is Prince Eric to start with. Like, we've only had like 2 sort of scenes where it's like anyone around him has even spoken about him, so it shows just like how intuitive she is and like how caring of people she is, that she has like privately gone up to him to talk to him about it rather than revealing it somewhere or asking someone else first. Like, she does handle these things really well, and it just shows how much like likability that she has as a character. I lied. There's so many scenes in this that I like. This is one of them.
We should find a safer place to cross.
Perhaps you should remember who's in charge of this expedition. Right now, no problem at all. Come on. Tricky.
Help! Please, hurry!
I'll be good struck.
So again, we see the Nutcracker use this disadvantage that he has of being a wooden doll to his advantage, and we also get to see Major Mint be himself, the true reveal.
What?
They say you're beautiful.
It looks like the window screen.
What's she carrying on about now? Probably saw a snake or a spider or a rock giant!
Major, Captain, over here!
I worked on that sail a good half hour, you cheeky blighter! Why don't you invite him over for tea and cakes while you're at it? A sword's not gonna do you any good, lad. You'll be pulverized!
Be careful!
Don't worry, good floats. Rock does it.
There are too many wood jokes you could make throughout this, and I would like to be monetized eventually, so I'm not going to make them.
If this fog doesn't lift, we'll never find the Princess's Island.
And if we don't? You battled the Mouse Army, rescued Captain Candy, and saved us from a vicious pile of rock. All without the Sugar Plum Princess.
The Mouse King is too powerful to take on alone. Besides, we've got to find the princess if you're to return home your true size. That is what you want, isn't it?
Of course.
Books.
And there's no other mention of a Sugar Plum Princess.
I don't know. They were pretty keen on phoning her in.
She's a fantasy. But if Nutcracker wants to believe in fairy tales, he's about to find out this one doesn't have a happy ending.
Why does it always do that? This is gorgeous.
No time to enjoy the scenery. Let's find this princess.
I believe the Nutcracker has earned the right to lead us. But he's wood. And the reason we've made it this far.
I'm only half the reason.
Those flowers also look familiar, but we'll see.
Are you coming?
Oh, yes.
This is actually so good. Like, this is just brilliant.
Good job, knights. Off to the palace. No! No way off this island. Unless she's part mermaid.
Unless she's part mermaid.
I should never have come. What was I thinking? That I was going to find a magical princess?
This is sort of the refusal of the call / like denial that is on the hero's journey that they go through. But yeah.
I could always go back home. I'm sure I've got some doll clothes that would fit. What am I saying? I can't leave. I'm their only hope. If I could just get off this island. Hello.
I love this part. I want this swing.
Thank you.
Clara.
There are some really amazing elements to this where it is just like so cool. Like these added layers, like the fact that they're invisible.
She can't see us.
Or hear us, apparently.
Why would the Mouse King post guards on an empty room?
Clara.
Just
We've got to get out of here. The Mouse King's building a bonfire.
I doubt it's to warm up the palace. There's more to being a king than having a crown.
Oh, suddenly you're an expert.
You'll never gain their loyalty until you've earned their respect.
Nutcracker, dismemberment, and barbecue. shrink you small enough. Your mouth is still much too big. But that is about to change. To the one who vexes me, smaller, smaller.
The classic.
Back to where he belongs. The sewer.
Sewer.
My poor Nutcracker.
Don't worry, Clara. I'm just wood. Remember?
You and I know you're much more than that. Prince Eric.
I love this moment. The problem is within the fact that he looked better as a Nutcracker. Same with Beauty and the Beast. He looked better as the Beast.
It's Prince Eric.
The prince. Ooh, the prince.
Dress change, dress change.
Of course. The princess has been with us all along. Clara, it's you. You are the Sugar Plum Princess.
With us all along. It's very windy outside. I'm so sorry if you can hear that in the mic.
You've broken all the Mouse King's evil enchantments.
And now you're free to take your rightful place as king.
Well, that's for the people to decide.
3 cheers for Prince Eric!
Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray!
That was my stomach, I'm sorry. I love this part. And now she knows how to dance. Miraculously.
To take me home, but in my heart, I feel I'm already there.
I don't know in how many Barbie movies we actually get a kiss scene.
absolutely despise endings.
I love you.
Nutcracker, I grew up. Aunt Elizabeth, have you seen my...
Cracker. Look who I ran into while I was taking my morning stroll. Uncle Drosselmeyer, Clara, Tommy. This is Eric, the son of a dear friend of mine.
I'm very happy to meet you.
Such familiarity. In my day, we would never have.
I've taken the liberty of asking Eric to stay for Christmas dinner.
But this is a most...
Wonderful idea.
They're both starting to control him now.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to have the young man stay for supper.
May I have this dance?
I couldn't say no to the king.
I love it. So he does come back in the end. Yeah.
So, if Clara hadn't been brave, she never would have found out she was a princess.
That's right.
Exactly what you take away from that.
I'll practice until I know all the steps.
Of course.
It's nighttime outside too now. Like, that took a long time to tell that story.
I did it!
I always knew you could.
Well, that is the end of that. Thank you so much for joining me for this. I had a lot of fun, and I'll do the next one, which is Barbie as Rapunzel. So thanks heaps, guys. I really appreciate it. Bye. All you can hear is the tapping.
Doing some ASMR.
Why did I leave you alone? Like,
Nah, you watch. You're gonna play this back and it's gonna be so satisfying. I'm falling off the chair. Some Nutcracker ASMR. Nom noms.
chili. I don't break my mind.
Some gargling. Go on.